Hungaroring, the Hungarian miracle that challenged Formula One and changed history. This is the story of a dusty valley that, against all logic, became a motorsport mecca behind the Iron Curtain. A place where impossible comebacks, breathtaking crashes, and legendary debuts repeat year after year. Today, on F1 Pulse, you'll discover how Hungaroring was born from politics, survived infernal heat, and earned the nickname Monaco without walls. Stay tuned because by the end, you'll understand why champions fear it and underdogs love it. In the early 1980s, Hungary was a communist country seeking to open up to the world and attract foreign currency. Bernie Ecclestone, the great boss of Formula One, wanted to bring F1 to Moscow, but Soviet bureaucracy frustrated him. A Hungarian official told him, "Try us." Thus, the idea was born. They first considered a street circuit in Budapest's Népliget Park, but logistical chaos forced them to move to the rural town of Mogyoród, next to the M3 motorway. There were only vineyards and cornfields there. No one imagined a Grand Prix. On October 1st, 1985, construction began. A modest budget, Soviet machinery, 4,000 workers. The order was clear, ready before the summer of '86. Engineer István Pap and his colleague Ferenc Gulaxi designed a twisted layout, with 16 corners nestled in a natural valley that would allow the public to see 80% of the track from any hill. An underground spring forced them to divert part of the track and improvise a chicane. Even so, on March 24, 1986, the first national race was held. 8 months, a Guinness World Record for the construction of a Formula One circuit. On August 10, 1986, 200,000 people, many without tickets, packed the embankments. It was the first official Grand Prix behind the Iron Curtain. Piquet and Ayrton Senna fought an epic duel. Piquet overtook, drifting sideways into Turn 1, almost completely broadside. He won and raised his fist. Brazil celebrated. Hungary went global. Before Formula One, the Drapal Memorial Trophy in March '86, in honor of local motorcyclist János Drapal, inaugurated the track. Then came the Peace and Friendship Cup, a single-seater tournament for the Eastern Bloc, and the Motorcycle World Championship in 1990 and 1992. Later, the circuit would host DTM, WTCC, FIA GT, European Le Mans, even truck racing. Each category left rubber scars on the asphalt and forged the reputation of an abrasive track. In 1989, the spring chicane was removed. Turn 3 became fast, and lap times dropped by 5 seconds. But overtaking remained a nightmare, which is why in 2003, they lengthened the main straight by 200 meters and tightened the hairpin. Now, drivers brake from 315 to 80 kilometers per hour, the best overtaking opportunity. Even so, the track maintains its nickname, Monaco without barriers. The race is held in mid-August. Track temperatures often approach 55 degrees Celsius. Engines are on the verge of boiling, brakes glow red. The asphalt, little used the rest of the year, gets covered in sand within hours. By afternoon, the track is green again. Engineers sweat more than the drivers. Choosing tires and pit stop strategy is an art. Here, the patient ones win. In 1989, Nigel Mansell, starting from 12th position, passed Senna with an unexpected slipstream and won with damaged suspension. In 1997, Damon Hill, in a winless Arrows, led 66 of 77 laps. A €3 hydraulic nut stole his glory just minutes from the end. In 2003, Fernando Alonso, at 22 years old, achieved his first victory and became the youngest winner in history at that time. In 2006, the first fully wet race here, Jenson Button climbed from 14th to 1st and broke his 113 Grand Prix winless streak. In 2014, Ricciardo overtook Hamilton and Alonso in the final laps and took an impossible victory. In 2021, Esteban Ocon survived the chaos of Turn 1, held off Vettel, and secured his first triumph. In 2024, Oscar Piastri inscribed his name on the list of debut winners, reminding us that Hungaroring continues to reward the brave. Hungaroring has also been the scene of drama and accidents that changed history. In 2003, Ralph Furman broke his wing on the straight and crashed without brakes. He emerged unharmed, but the FIA reinforced restraint regulations. In 2009, during qualifying, an 800-gram spring detached from Barrichello's brawn and struck Felipe Massa's helmet at 240 kilometers per hour. The Brazilian collapsed unconscious and crashed into turn 4. Cranial surgery induced coma. He would return 8 months later, but the incident changed Formula One safety forever. In 2017, Paul di Resta, a television commentator, was called in an emergency to replace a sick Massa and raced without having tested the modern car. He finished the race, and the crowd cheered his courage. Lewis Hamilton is the emperor of Hungaroring, with 8 victories and the lap record of 1:16.6, achieved in 2020. Michael Schumacher follows with 4 wins, including the title he sealed here in 2001, equaling Fangio. Among constructors, McLaren leads with 11 victories. Williams lives off the glory of the 90s. Ferrari celebrated their constructors' crowns in 2001 and 2004 on these hills. Every summer, 30,000 Finns traveled to see Hakkinen, and then Räikkönen, painting the stands blue. After Schumacher's retirement, the German contingent decreased, but the Dutch invasion of Verstappen fans keeps the Orange Carnival alive. The circuit also hosts concerts. Sting, Iron Maiden, and DJ Tiesto filled the straights with music. Local tourism estimates that the Grand Prix adds €35 million annually to the Hungarian economy. Turn 4 is named Mansell, after the tire that came off in 1987. Turn 11, Alesi, recalls his massive crash in 1995. The Silver 3 grandstand is famous. From there, 70% of the track can be seen, and tickets sell out in hours. In 2006, during a rain suspension, a Honda mechanic fried sausages over a red-hot wheel rim. The image went viral before the word viral even existed. And every Sunday after the race, drivers and teams get stuck in the single exit lane from the paddock. Epic traffic, selfies with fans, an almost carnival-like atmosphere. The Formula One contract with Hungaroring was renewed until 2032, after investing €200 million in new grandstands, tunnels, and a covered paddock. Plans include solar panels to reduce the carbon footprint and covered grandstands to mitigate the extreme heat that already borders 40 degrees Celsius. Hungaroring is not just history, it's a laboratory for the future. What makes this track unique? Perhaps the combination of suffocating heat, dirty asphalt, and chained corners that demand more brain than engine. Perhaps the crowd that turns every mistake into a roar and every overtake into a legend. Or the romantic idea that, in a lost valley in Hungary, anyone, from a young Alonso to an inspired Ocon, can write their name alongside the gods of Formula One. Which of these feats left you breathless? Do you think Hungaroring should be redesigned or maintain its twisted essence? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to F1 Pulse and hit the bell. Next stop, another circuit with stories you never imagined. See you on the next lap, where speed is just the beginning.